Hey, beautiful people, how you doing today? This is Stadium TV, and you're welcome to Let Us Talk. Yes, the show where we just, share ideas, give you tips, talk about what's happening in the country, out of the country, and we just get to have some information flowing and entertainment flowing on the scene. So before I get to today's topic, if you've not clicked on my red subscribe button, click on it right now. Hit the bell notification up there so when I have a new video, you're one of the first to know about it. So on Let Us Talk today, we are talking about 5 tips for a successful marriage. Notice I said marriage, not wedding. I'm not the wedding planner, but I've got 17 years of marriage experience and counting. Clap for me, clap for me, clap for me, clap for me. Yeah, you gotta clap now. In the age we're living in, 17 years living with a woman. Pow! Married to a woman. I be chief, Anyway, I noticed some things are happening. So there's some attacks and stuff with the marriage institution right now. Most recently, a colleague who's recently announced that, he's separating from his wife, that they're getting a divorce, and you really begin to wonder what is happening. Why a marriage is not staying long. I mean, the statistics says like 4 out of every 10 marriage fails now in Nigeria. And you're wondering, this guy said, I love you. They were excited to walk to the altar. They were head over heels in love with each other at one point or the other. So what went wrong? For in some cases, it's not money, it's not lack of romance, but something just snaps and they just feel things falls apart and the center cannot hold. So I've been there 17 years. We're not too proud. We they try. They play, we they try. And I just want to share some of the things that have helped me stay this long, some of these things that have helped me stay focused, some of the things that have helped me keep a happy home for 17 years as a young man. The first thing is focus on the good. The first tip I'm going to give you today is focus on the good. So when you get married, there are expectations, there are things you are looking out for, there are things that you thought you saw before the date, you're dating, and you get into the marriage and you're like, those things are missing. And it's like you are trapped because this wasn't what was promised to you. This wasn't what you were told. This wasn't what you saw. Somewhere along the line, there's a lot of unmet expectations, and both of them, the two parties in the relationship, in the marriage, begin to focus on the negative. You can't do that. You don't do this. You've not done that. You said you would do this. You've not gotten your master's. I thought you said we would do this. I thought we said we'll move to UK. They begin to focus on the negative and the negative habits of the other person, or the negative character or attitude of the other person. That is paramount and tantamount to a divorce or separation eventually. So what you need to do is to focus on the good. No matter how bad or how terrible you think a human being is, there's something good about them. And the fact, this is not just a human being, this is someone you chose to walk down the aisle with. Definitely there's something good about that person. So you focus on that good and you magnify it. Love them regardless of their weaknesses. Pray for them, right? But focus on the good. So that's my number one tip. I had several things that I felt my wife could have done better, and she felt I could have done better. But we always focus on our strengths, always focus on the good, praying for each other, praying about the weaknesses, and trusting that it will get better, and it's been getting better since then. So number one tip, focus on the Number two, and in fact, I would say in many cases, one of the most important, avoid reporting yourselves to your parents, the in-laws. I mean, what I'm talking about is the wife going to report the husband to our mom and the dad, the husband going to report the wife to his mom and dad and his brothers and sisters. Or Benny, you're about to scatter the house. Yes, scatter the house ye shall do by attempting that journey you have started. Avoid, no matter what, avoid reporting your negative side, provided you're not getting physical, provided it doesn't have to do with being threatening, life-threatening situations. Avoid reporting yourselves to your in-laws. There are people you could have that are pastors, they are friends that you could talk to that are also Christians or that share your faith, and they align with your beliefs that you can have conversations with. If you really need to talk to someone, it's okay to talk to someone, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't talk to someone, but the best people to talk to are definitely not your parents. Yeah, they come in and they mean well. Honestly, they mean well. They come in and say, "Oh, he's like my son. Your husband is like my son. Your wife, she's my daughter." But when it comes to he's not cooking for you, the woman is not cooking for the boy, that's when you know that you are not really a daughter. So avoid it at all costs. And one of the reasons why I always say that you should avoid that is when, let's say for instance, my wife said something nasty to me, and maybe she left the house for 2 days and she just went to stay somewhere, said she didn't want to see me, and then I go report to my mom, and maybe somewhere down the line she apologizes. She said they had a retreat at work. Then we got to understand ourselves, and we settled the situation, and she starts doing great things for me, and I'm happy. I forget that bad memory of what she did and all that. I've let it go. But I told my mom about it. I called her and told her that my wife left the house, she's not back home, and she said nasty things to me. And that's the memory my mom still have in her head, that this woman is treating my son badly. I love her, but she's treating my son badly. But meanwhile, all that while, the woman is back home, we're having fun already, we're going to cinemas, we're traveling, she's cooking for me, I'm making, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not calling my mom to tell her all that. I'm not calling her to give her the update of the great things that's beginning to happen. She only has a memory of the bad thing I told her about. So when she sees my wife, the memory in her head is the woman that is maltreating my son. So I would always advise, provided you know you're not going to be reporting and telling them all the good things happening in the house also, stop telling them the bad things. They will end up taking sides. Trust me, it's not the best for your marriage. Tip number 2, avoid reporting each other to your parents or in-laws. Shikeda, if you follow that, your marriage has like a 45% survival rate now. 45%. If you can stick to what happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. If you can stick to that, or when chances of survival. Let's go to tip number 3. Tip number 3 for a successful marriage. If you've not clicked on the red subscribe button for this channel, Stadium TV, what are you waiting for now? Are you not enjoying this information? This is from experience. So 17 years marriage, and I still young like this. Fresh. Somebody is taking care of somebody, you know. So you should know that these tips are valid. So click on that red subscribe button, hit the bell notification, be cool, let the channel grow. Let us grow together. I love you all. So tip number 3, which is like an offshoot of tip number 2, is that each one of you should have a mentor, someone that you can go to for counseling, someone that you are answerable to, someone that the other party can go talk to if there are things they can't talk to you about. But that person must not be a family member. Chicken. That person must not be a family member. It can be a family friend. It can family friend. Yes, okay, family friend could write, but preferably maybe someone you met, a senior colleague, someone who has a history of a successful marriage too. Maybe doing well in finances, doing well in family, with maybe like a 30 years, 40 years experience of marriage. That is not family. Both of you should have someone like that you can get counseling and get some guidance from. It will definitely help your marriage. In my case, it was a particular gentleman, elderly gentleman, a reverend in my church back then, and it was a statement he actually made that transformed the way I saw marriage and my expectations of marriage totally. He said at a point in his marriage, his wife wanted to leave and she was tired, she was fed up of him, and he told her one thing. He said, see, The Bible says that the man should love his wife. That if you don't love me like you're saying again right now, it's fine. I have enough love to make this marriage go on. You don't love only me. I have enough love to keep this marriage and to love you and to love the children and to keep this marriage going on. And tell me, boy, love did he love her? We're talking of a marriage, about 40 years of marriage right now. And when he said that at that time, he didn't know what it changed in me. It just changed, it transformed my expectations and my orientation and my vision about marriage. And I just said, okay, I'm going to love selflessly. I'm going to love not expecting in return. And that is why I'm standing here today. That's why I'm here, being able to talk to you about 5 tips to a successful marriage. So have someone, an elderly person that is successful in marriage, that can be a counselor, that can be like a guide for you, your wife, your husband, your spouse. You can have different people, and it can be one person that both of you can speak to whenever the need arises, but must not be family member. Number 4. So the number 4 tip for a successful marriage is actually that you should be given without expecting in return. Trust me, give without expecting in return. Give your love, give your time, give your money, give everything, sacrifice for that marriage without expecting anything in return. When the 2 parties are doing this simultaneously, damn, your marriage can never ever fail. It's when it gets to a point where one person feels, I'm the one doing, she's not doing, is the one doing, I'm not doing, then there's a lot of bitterness that grows up out of that, and the marriage bafuka. Yes. So give without expecting in return. That is love. Number 5, talk. Yes, talk, not quarrel. Talk, communicate, say what's on your mind. Don't assume he knows, don't assume she knows. Don't wait until there's a fight before you talk. In fact, don't talk when there's a fight. Talk when there's no fight. Don't talk when there's a fight. Yes, that's the rule. Talk, not quarrel. If you are still talking, if you're still communicating, chances of infidelity is reduced, chances of promiscuity is reduced, chances of separation is reduced, chances of people coming in between you is reduced, chances of divorce is reduced. Talk. When you are friends and you're always talking, you're going to offend each other, yes, but don't let the talking be about trying to prove a point about who is right or wrong. Have conversations when the temperature is not hot. I mean, you get offended right now. Just walk to the room, watch a movie, take a drive or something. When everywhere is cool and calm, have a conversation about what you did wrong or what you felt you did wrong. You'll be amazed that maybe they never even thought that, they never saw it from your point of view, or they never thought that was what they were doing. And you might even be shocked that your assumptions and your permutations were wrong after you get their response for why they did what they did. So always talk. No quarrel, no be quarrel. Talk, communicate. If you're communicating, chances are that your marriage will grow stronger and get better and better with the years. Like fresh obonge wine. You get click on that red subscribe button. Yeah, so that's 5 amazing tips for you to have a successful marriage. So maybe you're married right now, maybe you're about to get married, maybe you're still years away from marriage, or maybe you're even having fear of getting married. I tell you, look at me, 17 years and I'm getting fresher, finer, and the marriage getting better. I can with confidence say that marriage is better right now than it was in the year 2, in the 3rd year, in the 4th year. It just got better with the years. Now I'm going to give you some bonus tips. Are you ready for it? But before I give you these bonus tips, just do one thing now. You're coming across this channel for the first time, or you've been there before but you're not subscribed. Click on that red subscribe button. Happy you don't like all this talk we did talk on Let Us Talk, all these tips that we are giving. Click on the red subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and I'll really appreciate that you do that. Now to the bonus tips for you. All right, this is Stay Them TV. My name is Rashid. Now to the bonus tip on my 5 tips for a successful marriage. Pray together. It is hard. if not impossible, to aid someone you pray for, how much more someone you pray with? If you pray together, you hear each other's desires and wants being spoken to God. Your love will get more. You will love each other more from the depth of your heart. Your love will be beyond carnality. It will be because you sincerely care about each other's purpose and desires. And that is what marriage is really about. Pray together. It could be difficult. For me, it is difficult. Because at times you just want to spend your quiet time alone. You don't want to be with someone. You just want to pray on your own, in your shelf, just on your table, just pray and all that. I pray a lot. But, praying with my wife, that takes a lot of effort, So pray together, especially for those that are having issues already, that are having challenges in the marriage already. When you pray together, it makes you bond more. It makes you feel each other more and connect more. So pray together is the first bonus tip. And now I'm going to the second bonus tip, which is also like praying, but it is praying, which is the second bonus tip. Can I say it? Make a lot of yes, have amazing bedroom life. Let me just put it at that. Yes, let the bedroom life be amazing. You are a couple. Make the best of it. Many of you, before you got married, you were all over town. Now you are married. You still want to be going all over town when you have a license in your room. So please, maximize your license. Your license to slay. Slay in the room. Slay your man. Slay your wife. You have permission. Make the best of it. Enjoy it. Explore yourselves. That will definitely help your marriage when you have a fantastic bedroom life. So those are my tips. I give you 5 tips for a successful marriage, and of course the 2 bonus tips that I added to it also. My name is Rashid. In case you are wondering who is this guy sharing tips about marriage with us, my name is Rashid. I'm the presenter at Stake Them TV here, and I happen to be married for 17 years now, and with amazing kids and all that. And I just thought, I've seen a lot of my friends, colleagues lose their marriages, and I felt, let me share some of the things that have made mine work, some of the things I learned along the way that has made my marriage thrive and work, and is getting stronger and better. May we all continue to enjoy a wonderful marriage. And for those that are looking for marriage, God will make it happen for you. Definitely. My name is Rashid. Stay Them TV. Click on that red subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. And don't forget to watch the Did You Know playlist and the Let Us Talk playlist showing on your screen right now. I'm signing out right now. Till next time on Let Us Talk. Bye. Yeah.